Hey, fourth graders, welcome to Unit 7, Lesson 5. Today, we are going to use some estimation to check quotients. So that's a very sophisticated way of rounding to find if our answer makes sense. So, the first one we have here is 56 divided by 3. They came up with a quotient of 18 remainder 2. Now, to check this, there are two ways you can check. The first way is you can round the dividend to a number that's divisible by 3, meaning can be divided easily by 3, and then see if that estimated answer is close to the real answer. So I'll show you that way first. 56. If you think of a number here that's close to 5, so 56, if I round it up to 60, and 6 is divisible by 3 really easily, and 56 is also close to 60. So if you imagine 60 divided by 3, the estimated answer would be, well, think about 3 times what gives you 60? 3 times 20. Now, if you look up above, the answer 18 remainder 2 is very close to 20. So this answer, yes, would make sense. The other way you could check this is by rounding the quotient to 20 and then looking at, okay, well, what's the answer then if I take 3 times 20? Now, I rounded to 20 because the 8 would bump the 1 up to a 2, and that would become the number 20. So by doing this multiplication off to the side, you know that 3 times 20 equals 60. That would definitely be close to the actual dividend, 56. So again, two ways to check your answer. Probably the easiest way is to round the quotient that you get and then do the multiplication to see if you get close to the dividend. And that's what I'll do here. So 928. Well, I'm going to do front end estimation. So that's looking at the 9 here. Looks next door at the 2. 2 would not bump up the 9. So the 9 stays the same and the rest becomes zeros. So that's 900. Now, remember that this problem is like a multiplication problem. If you take 6 times your quotient, or the divisor times your quotient, it should equal the dividend. If it doesn't, something went wrong here in your work. Now, if you have remainders, you take the divisor times the quotient, and then you add the remainder. So you would essentially be taking 3 times 18 plus 2 to equal 56. However, when you do not have a remainder, you should just be able to take 6, or the divisor, times the quotient to get the final answer of the dividend. Now, for estimating, I just rounded that 928 to 900. So when I take that times 6, think of your magic zeros. 9 times 6 is 54. 1, 2, magic zeros. 5,400, which is very close to 5,568. So yes, I would say that this quotient makes sense. So on your homework and remembering today, you will be asked to solve, then check your answer by rounding and estimating. So let's solve first. 29 divided by 3. So first, does 3 go into 2? Nope. 0 times. Does 3 go into 29? Well, it does, and it gets very close by taking 3 times 9. 3 times 9 is 27. Now I subtract. 29 minus 27 gives me 2. No numbers to bring down, so that is a remainder of 2. Now, 9, if you think about it, the quotient that I just got, now I'm going to estimate to check my answer. 9 is very close to 10. So if I take 10 and then, times the divisor 3, I should have a number close to 30 in the box. And would you look at that? 29, just 1 off. Now, let me show you this really cool math with the remainder. So you take the divisor, 3, times your quotient, 9, which equals what so far? 27. I hope you said it in your head. And then you add the remainder, which in this case was 2. And that equals 29. How cool is that when you check your work with the remainder? I love it. All right, let's try the next one. 95 divided by 9. Ooh, I like this because the 9 does go into the first number, 9. We have an appetizer at our dinner party. So 9 times 1 is 9. Now I subtract. 9 minus 9, 0. Bring down the 5. Ooh, but now we're stuck. Does 9 go into 5? No, so I have to put up a 0 to show that. And then 9 times 0 is 0. Subtract. 5 minus 0 is 5. No longer can I bring anything down, so this becomes my remainder of 5. All right, for this one, I'm just going to check my work because this is really easy math already. 9 times 10 is 90 plus the remainder 5. Yay! Equals 95. It checks out. Yay! Okay, let's try the same thing on this slide. So once again, the directions tell me to solve, then check your answer by rounding and estimating. So the first one we have is 457 divided by 2. Ooh, this one works out really nicely. So does 2 go into 4? I think 4 divided by 2. It goes in twice perfectly. 2 times 2 is 4. Subtract. 4 minus 4 is 0. Bring down the next number, 5. Well, 2 goes into 5 2 times again because 2 times 2 is 4. Subtract. 5 minus 4, 1. Bring down the next number to make 17. Does 2 go into 17? Well, if you think 2 times 8 gets me the closest, now you do 2 times 8 gives me 16. Subtract. 17 minus 16 is 1. No numbers to bring down. So that 1 becomes my remainder. So to check my work here, this math would not be as easy to do as the last one I just did. So instead I'm going to round my quotient first. So front end estimation 2, look next door. 2 is not going to bump it up. So this rounds to about 200. So then if I take the divisor 2 times 200, I should get something close to the dividend. And that gives me magic. So 2 times 2, 4. 2 magic zeros, 1, 2, 400. And that is very close to 457. So I can say that my answer makes sense. Next one. 8,574 divided by 7. So first, does 7 go into 8? Yes. 7 goes in once. 7 times 1 is 7. Subtract. 8 minus 7 gives me 1. Bring down the 5 to make 15. Does 7 go into 15? Yes, twice. 7 times 2 is 14. Subtract. 15 minus 14 is 1. Bring down to make 17. Again, 7 goes in there 2 times. 7 times 2 is 14. Subtract, I get 3. Bring down the 4 to make 34. I'm so close to being able to do times 5 to get 35, but that goes overboard. So the next closest is 4. 7 times 4 is 28. Now I'm running out of room here, so I'm going to start doing my math over here. 34 minus 28. So I'm just essentially moving my work over here. Okay, I have to borrow. I can't do 4 minus 8. So that gives me a group of 10 then. 14 minus 8 is 6. 2 minus 2, 0. No numbers to bring down, so I get remainder 6. Now let's check to see if my answer is reasonable. I'm going to do front end estimation with my quotient. So 1 looks next door at the 2, not large enough to bump it up. So this is about 1,000. And if I take my divisor here and multiply that times the quotient I just got, it should be close to the dividend. And that gives me 7,000. 7 times 1 is 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 magic zeros. And that is quite close to 8,574. Now, if I got something like 700 as my answer, I would know I need to go back and check my work. But this answer makes sense. All right, kiddos, it's your turn. I'd like you to solve number 1 and 2, and then use some quick estimation to check just to make sure your quotients make sense. Take your time, do your best.